let's say I have noticed a resurfacing of like American patriotism or a permission structure for like some of the most damning right-wing elements from unexpected vectors, from unexpected circles, such as liberal content creators in general. And
isn't that just darling? Let's hear from this psychopathic pervert, Hassan Pecker, who, by the way, is a super libertarian right-winger. He just knows how.
At a time.
Challenger was so goated. Such a fucking gay movie. Holy shit.
Time when the world is so turbulent, the Olympics allows people around the globe to share some common experiences. But it's athletes creating memorable moments that really got people talking this time.
Dodgers have won the World Series!
Rafael Nadal has announced his retirement from professional tennis.
Interest in women's sports has never been higher.
I didn't know that that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
I don't like it when they intersplice things that are not chronologically ordered. I can't be alone in this, right? It's a pet peeve, but I fucking hate when they do this and then they will like splice in shit that just happened and it's like, dude, come on, it's the beginning. Stop saying 127. It should be chronological. It's not to do with autism. Not everything I do is autism. Oh my God. Chad is going to ruin that fucking bit too.
This summer's music scene has been dominated by a wave of young women singers.
Describe a crowd. Me.
Thermal pressure.
Demure, very mindful.
Beyonce is making history. The first black woman to top the Billboard country.
I saw a post about Beyonce waving the fucking American flag on top of a horse. And someone was like, y'all, this is fascist propaganda or whatever. And I know you're not supposed to say that, but I do think that there is there's something going on in American society. I'm not trying to be the friend who's too woke, but there is something going on in American society right now where a lot of the people that otherwise would be playing the role of like hashtag liberal resistance or whatever are absolutely leaning into like American patriotism. Maybe that puts me in the woke of the day. But honestly, I'm just noticing some cultural changes. Some cultural changes that are occurring. And the overarching attitude from otherwise liberal media kind of caving in, capitulating, making way for unrestricted right-wing sentiment.
Declining
Even
to comment.
The irony in and of itself is that Beyonce is like supposed to be critiquing American culture with her art. The imagery in and of itself is like so heavy-handed that it's making me feel a little weird about it. at a time where I feel like less people are proud of being American, and the only people that are demonstrably proud of being American are like racist fucking assholes. It feels like liberal forms of art are leaning in that direction as well, to be like, no, this is a permission. Like, you should be proud to be American. Now, the difference, of course, is that this is not post 9/11. There is no immediate, deliberate military conquest that we are associating this wave of patriotism with. And it kind of feels like the last-ditch effort of a dying empire to be like, nah, we got one last good fight in us. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. And I think I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. And don't listen to anything I say. I don't listen to music. I have just, let's say, I have noticed a resurfacing of like American patriotism, or a permission structure for like some of the most damning right-wing elements from unexpected vectors, from unexpected circles, such as liberal content creators in general. And I don't know, it's a cause for unease. But maybe I'm wrong.
Charts.
Bitcoin just hit $100,000.
Inflation is still too high.
I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund.
A multi-state manhunt. A suspect involved in the murder of United Healthcare CEO.
The hottest cold-blooded killer in America.
Another drone-type object traversing this airspace.
A Microsoft outage is causing problems for airlines, banks, government agencies, and companies around the world.
2 Boeing astronauts stranded on the International Space Station.
That's just the way it goes sometimes.
2024, we're not flying this year. No, we're postponed until 2025.
It is virtually certain 2024
could be the planet's hottest
year on record.
We can see that we're not ready for the storms that we're receiving now, and it's going to be worse in the future.
Okay, I clowned on you, but the videos being out of order is triggering me now. Yeah, suck me, okay? There you go. If you're going to do something like this, you have to make it chronological. Thank you. Yeah, it's like, why? Why are you putting things from autumn and then slapping it back to like winter in the beginning of the year? It's fucking lame, dude. Put it in chronological order. I don't like it.
Those in the industry call it a permacrisis, a sense that the world is lurching from one extreme event to another.
Russia's war in Ukraine enters its 3rd year.
Thousands have been displaced across the Haitian capital.
The humanitarian crisis in Sudan is worsening.
South Korea's parliament voting to impeach President Yoon Suk Yeol
over his short-lived declaration of martial law.
Israel has expanded its bombardment of Lebanon, striking new areas.
Alleged that Netanyahu Gallant used starvation as a tool of war.
This also is this is going to come back tenfold. The unimaginable cruelty and the expedient ways in which the Democrat-backed government actively targeted and created political persecution upon those who dared criticize America's involvement with our foreign ally. How quickly the Democrats stamped this shit down. Fucking terrifying.
in the high.
We did not get justice once again.
I don't like that this is a fact of life.
Screw you if you think this is a fact of life that I should just get over.
Momentous day in the Middle East.
Decades of savage, horrific rule over in a matter of days.
We have so much hope. We hope for better and better future for Syria.
History has been made in Mexico. Claudia Sheinbaum has been elected as the country's first ever female president.
Cameroon has become the first country to roll out a new malaria vaccine.
France has become the only country to guarantee abortion as a constitutional right.
For so long, I've always wanted to be different.
Bro, this shit is so like, dude, I think I don't know if it's like almost a hog-like tendency in me, but I have developed so much resentment for Hollywood, especially over the last couple of years, where I legitimately like any sort of like representation of like the glitz and glamour of Hollywood immediately has this disgusting fucking, like I have this like resentment when I see it. I'm like, how dare you celebrate yourselves at a time when people are fucking suffering? And I think that's me being too woke. I will admit, once again, as me being too woke. And I do also categorize a lot of the quote unquote drama that people are hyper invested in terms of like Hollywood celebrities, whether it be fucking Johnny Depp or whether it be any number of different things like the Justin Baldoni shit, like with Blake Lively, where I'm just like, why do you care so much? Like, I get that there is a lesson that you can draw out of that about systemic harm, and I certainly cover it from that perspective, but people get far too invested in shit like that and not necessarily invested enough in the other shit that we talk about on a daily fucking basis, like the ongoing atrocities in Gaza or any number of different awful things that happen all around the world. And it fucking makes me so mad, and it makes me think lesser of the individual that is like coming at me with like serious smoke, when it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you're not taking this Blake Lively shit seriously. It's like, I know that my brain is warped. I understand that. And I try my very best to be a normal person. But I think because of how much I cover this awful shit that's happening in the world, I can never get myself to feel even remotely passionate or even remotely interested in Hollywood related shit. Okay. And it makes me so mad when people who otherwise are not exactly invested in politics whatsoever dive into the discourse when it comes down to defending the interests of like some fucking rich person in Hollywood, because not because of the genuinely held convictions that they have about like whatever political goals that they want to get across, whether it's like combating misogyny or whatever, but instead because it's a Hollywood celebrity that you have developed an unhealthy attitude towards, an unhealthy obsession with. And that's the reason why you get like so fucking mad. Yeah. Why don't you care about Blake Lively, girl? 40,000 people died this year from inadequate access to healthcare is like how I encounter this. I don't know. Especially because like I do talk about misogyny. I talk about like I talk about sexual assault, sexual harassment, it's retaliation, things of that nature all the time. But when I do this within the context of like a normal person, not a Hollywood celebrity, nobody gives a fuck. But they only care about like endlessly critiquing from the most like optics focused framework when it is like their favorite celebrity, and it's very frustrating. And I think the moment that I fucking mention this, there will be people exactly that will hear what I'm saying. And the people that I'm criticizing will chime in to be like, no, you don't understand. It's because you're immoral and wrong, and your coverage is actually wrong on this. And I have a difference in opinion in the way that you're covering the story, because I think that this is like unearthing some resilient misogynistic attitude.
And now I realize I just need to be myself.
We don't want to bring children into a world where from the very beginning they believe everything's hopeless. When if we get together, if we roll up our sleeves and take action, each of us doing what we feel is important.
Anyway, having said that, like I'll still entertain that garbage every now and then. But for me, it's very difficult to see it. Anything is like anything that transcends beyond. Anything that transcends beyond. What do you call it? A fucking Hollywood celebrity shit.
Then there is hope for the future.
It's important to remember that we all have a lot of feelings, and that's okay.
Thanks for watching. This was our...
That's how people see you. There are wage workers thinking to themselves, just like this chat who can't pick up arms law. That's how people see you. No, for sure. But see, the difference is I understand that resentment. I totally understand that resentment, which is why whenever people fucking yell at me or chirp at me endlessly, especially if it's like fucking random ass drama that is irrelevant to like a larger preconceived bias that people have or anything like that, I totally get it. Ironically enough, this is a conversation I had with Ethan as well in the past. If you remember, I had this conversation with Ethan when people were yelling at me about buying the fucking house. What did I tell him at the time? And during Leftovers, I was like, I get why people have fucking resentment towards me. I totally understand it. People are suffering financially. Their lives fucking suck. And when they see some rich asshole be able to achieve something that they only can see as a dream in their, in the future, and it's at odds with the way that they see the world, with their misunderstandings of what socialism is or whatever the fuck, then yeah, of course they're going to carry a lot of fucking resentment towards someone like myself, especially when they're not going to deeply examine why they feel that way. So I get it. I totally get it. It's just funny to put me in the same categorization as like some of these other people who are incredibly fucking more.
2024 was a momentous year for C-SPAN. From continuing our decades-old tradition of providing gavel-to-gavel coverage of the House and Senate, to key committee hearings and press conferences,
good afternoon, everyone,
to landmark Supreme Court cases, and to a historic presidential election, including both the Republican and Democratic national conventions. Here's a look back on the year as we prepare for what's expected to be an action-packed 2025.
What kind of crack do you normally smoke, Mr. Biden? Let me start again. My name is...
No, Jelly Roll! Oh my God, what a fucking year, dude. Discord notif just lied, I guess. You know what's funny? Obviously, Discord notification didn't lie because I immediately went from 27,000 to 23,000 like that. Like the mere mention that I will be video gaming in a second caused 4,000 people to, in a panic stroke moment. I assume when I swap over from like politics to even the mere mention that I'm going to be fucking playing video games causes people to literally stroke out. Like they are now stroke victims. They just went, oh no. And then now they're dead. They're dead. They're fucking drooling on top of their keyboard. And guess what? Sucks to suck for them because I'm still doing fucking politics. Okay. And they're going to miss out on this juicy. I left and came back when I realized it was a false alarm. This you?
Careful, Spider-Man ult soon.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm gonna take your ult. He's low.
I am ready to
Okay, my tracking is really bad. Shut up. Shut up. I have to say, as a longtime poly watcher of your streams, I'm enjoying the gaming. Marvel Rivals is so fun to watch. Yeah, because Marvel Rivals is like Friendship Simulator under the disguise of playing video games.
It's Jason D4, but to most I am known as Jelly Roll.
My name is Brett Favre.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
My name is Michael Phelps.
My name is Shou Chu, and I'm the CEO of TikTok.
My name is Shou Chu. What kind of Chinese are you, Shou?
Have you apologized to the victims? Would you like to do so now? Well, they're here. You're on national television. Would you like now to apologize to the victims?
Tonight, all eyes are on Iowa.
I am today suspending my campaign.
The New Hampshire primary.
But the time has now come to suspend my campaign.
The events were shameful, criminal, violent, all of those things, but it did not qualify as insurrection.
This will be my last term as Republican leader of the Senate.
Isn't how old we are. It's how old are our ideas.
It's one of the reasons why this program is so valuable, because it does bring people together.
Without presidential immunity from criminal prosecution, there can be no presidency as we know it.
The Republican-led House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill. I think providing lethal aid to Ukraine right now is critically important.
On this vote, the ayes are 311 and the nays are 112. The bill is passed.
Declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant.
The yeas are 359, the nays are 43, with 7 answering present.
Hopefully, this is the end of the personality politics.
Tonight, this event is being televised live on C-SPAN.
For the next 90 minutes, we are going to be live from a brand new exhibition.
Welcome to the National Book Festival.
What's so great about C-SPAN is that you hit every side.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th.
We'd be well served to remember the long and cherished tradition we have in this country of settling our political differences at the ballot box.
Today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what the president can do. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
It was a bad night.
They're trying to push me out of the race. I'm staying in the race.
Take a look at what happened.
I want to speak to you tonight about the need for us to lower the temperature in our politics.
The most significant operational failure of the Secret Service in decades.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life. Say bye! Bye!
I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States.
I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
Just over 100 days before an election, Democrat Party bosses forced Joe Biden off the ballot.
There's the right to protest, but not the right to cause chaos. No place in America for anti-Semitism.
Give us the tools faster, and we'll finish the job faster.
We are here tonight.
Oh my God. This year has been so stupid, dude. What a stupid year this has been.
I accept your nomination to be President of the United States.
And you know what that means? A C-SPAN don't play. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
I'm talking now.
She went out. Never touched by a human hand.
Certainly falls into the general definition of fascist.
That's a good-looking group. Hello, everybody.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Yeah, she lost to that.
Thanks for being with us on election night.
Look what happened. Is this crazy? This will truly be the golden age of America.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted.
House Democrats have fallen a few seats short.
We are going to raise an America First banner above this place.
The American people have spoken.
It's a new day in the United States Senate, and it's a new day in America.
Politics is tough, and it's, in many cases, not a very nice world, but It is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that.